Hello?
Committee.
The committee. They put their heads together and they start their own thing.
Hey y'all, it's Izzy Harrison and you're tapping in with the committee.
What's up guys, this is Azrae Stevens and you're tapping in with the committee.
Big shout out to the committee. Y'all hold it down for us.
Shout out to the committee. Come on, rocking with the committee. The committee. We committee.
Some people ain't gonna like it, and some people will.
Hello?
What up? What up? What up?
Hello? Hello?
Forever I love Atlanta. Forever
Hello?
I love Atlanta. Forever I love Atlanta.
Without the red
Hello?
shoes, I cannot see the comments.
My signed.
Am I tripping?
Sign.
Hello?
B, what you gotta say?
What's up, everybody? What's up? Turn around. Show us your jersey.
Jersey on.
Period.
Not too much.
We up, ho. ATL, ho.
Ooh.
There we go.
Everybody like your hookah? If I was still in Charlotte, I would have had my real hookah, but I don't have it no more. And I would have smoked hookah on live with y'all. But I don't got it, so I can't. Atlanta got portable hookahs, though. I probably could order me a portable one. Hold, please.
Mm-hmm. Going down there to search. Factory. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate all of you. Like, as always, we are so glad that you're here. We are in the middle of WNBA free agency. Obviously, nothing is official until Monday, but we're going to do things a little differently this time. We're going to start with the WNBA season because today it's a little late. Normally we get a little messy Monday, but I don't know. Today might be a tight Tuesday. Wait, what's tight? I don't know. But baby, we are here. We are in the middle of free agency, and I'm just going to go ahead and start. I'm going to work our way up to the big stuff. We're going to start with who we gonna start with? Let's see. Golden State Valkyries. Congratulations to Monique Billings. We do know that Monique Billings was one of the expansion draft picks for the Valkyries. She spent last season on hardship contracts. Finished out the season with the Phoenix Mercury, which seems like everybody get the book about the Phoenix for some reason. I'm not sure. Voluntary or not? Huh?
Why did you change your voice?
Huh? I don't know. But congratulations to Monique. So we'll start with that one. What do we think that Monique, we already know the type of player that Monique is. What does she bring from to the Valkyries, to that system that we still have yet to really know what it's going to look like?
Grit. At least you got that with her. Like, you got somebody that's going to work hard, be gritty with a positive attitude, and that's always. And plus,
with her son.
Yes, and on top of that, she did really good this past season. So you get somebody that's very, very solid, like just a solid piece to build with. So I don't 10 out of 10. Like, is she a superstar? Is she anything like that? No, but to me, that's a 10 out of 10 pick.
And I think she's a solid role player that you can rely on. So even if you were to get some stars or some type of stars during free agency, she's not somebody that's threatened by another star being on the roster. She's always been a role player that accepts her role and exceeds at her role. So,
and
have her job
and get out. And if she's not scoring, she's still going balls to the walls, rebounding, playing hard, anything that you could imagine. So it's just a perfect piece.
Rolling them shorts and that jersey up and going to work. And I saw a lot of people questioning, well, she already was picked by them. Wasn't she selected to them in the expansion draft? So just a little bit about that. Just because they were selected in the expansion draft does not mean that they will be on the Valkyries roster. All of those players who were under existing contracts, can be waived up to the start of the season without any hit to the Valkyries salary cap. So now, because Monique has officially signed a new deal, that pretty much makes her the first official member per se for the Valkyries. We don't know the terms just yet. We know that there was the opportunity to core her so that way she'd be receiving she'll be eligible for the max. But I'm assuming one would hope that it is a veteran guaranteed deal. We do know that some veterans go for unprotected deals, but I also won't be surprised if this is similar to a Kalani Brown situation. Even though there will be a substantial increase in the salaries next season in 2026. Kalani, to go ahead and secure her job, she went and signed for multiple years. We're going to see a lot of these deals this year be 1 year deals. But if I'm someone like Mo Billings, who I'm like, I've kind of been in and out a little bit, especially after this last season, I won't be surprised if she did a multi-year deal. So congratulations to her. And on that one, before we go to the next,
what'd you say?
I just think she's closer. I mean, she went to college at UCLA, so it'll give people opportunity who saw her in college for a short flight to Golden State. So it's just a little bit closer to what she was familiar with. Collegiately, I will say the only thing that's interesting to me about this is that typically in these settings, we hear about the big name first. Like when the league first started and those were those expansion drafts, they put the stars first. In this situation, it's almost like Golden State is having to work in reverse and build a core or like their group first and then put a star on top of it. So I'm interested to see is this enough to entice big free agents? Like, is she a solid player? Yes. But what they do around her, to me, is going to be extremely interesting to know who is a possibility for this. I'm a little nervous. Depending on the system, if they do up pace, kind of like what Phoenix did in Dallas, yeah. If it's a little bit more methodical, no, because she would then have to defend the 4. But yeah, I'm just excited to see what they do around her, because that'll tell me where Golden State is.
I think from the expansion draft and the stuff they said, I think that's intentional.
Okay.
I think it didn't seem like they were like win right now. It seems like their character, let's get some solid women, because, and this is no shade, but you picking up a person like Kate Martin and kind of hitching your will to that shows me that you're more, that right now you're really about character, bringing in good people, bringing in solid people, and we'll get that, and then we want our culture good, and then we'll worry about that later. So I think it might be intentional.
Okay, yeah, that's solid. That's solid.
You mentioned, because I do remember Natalie stressing that, and obviously from under the Hammond tree culture, and we always saw the aces. Man, a lot of us were saying, okay, you need to make some moves. The main thing that always was I guess a hurdle was the culture piece. Will you fit the aces culture we have? And so that's similar to what Natalie's looking for. Because if you look at the players that they selected in the expansion draft, you really haven't heard much of any issues off the court with them. Veronica Burton, Monique Billings, Kayla Thornton, Stephanie Talbot. They're all role players who did their job without minimal attitudes or any type of external influences. So that makes sense. I like that idea. Go for the culture. We'll win a little bit later. All right, moving on in free agency, we have a possible signing, maybe depending on who they get, if they want to get somebody to accept that number 3 overall draft pick. Sluty could very well go to the Chicago Sky, but it depends on what they do. If there's a team willing to depart with what they're looking for, maybe either a 2-guard, an experienced 2-guard, or a perimeter player for that number 3 pick. There are a lot of options. Well, there are some options out there. I think top on their list is Ariel Atkins. If not Ariel Atkins, Benaja Laney Hamilton, and or someone down in Atlanta currently, Alicia Gray, that has been floated out for that position. And Sluty is going to sign there if the Sky show that they're committed to possibly, maybe not winning right away, but committing. Go ahead, Shay.
Does Sluty know what year it is? And this is no shade to her. she's a Hall of Famer, but come on, sister, it's 2025. Like, we not about to move the farm to get you here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth losing a number 3 pick in this draft. Like, I mean, I know Chicago fans and maybe their ownership wants to win now, but I think they have solid pieces that they can continue to build on so that when they get the facilities and they get everything they need, more people will want to come. But I think their future is bright if they pick correctly. Like, the draft isn't a bad class. You have Angel and Camilla in the paint. I think Michaela's playing well for them. She could be a really good 2-guard, especially with what Tyler was able to do with Jackie. I think he could do really well with Michaela. So if you can get yourself like a shooting guard and maybe a point guard or something like that to work with, you're going to be young. You're going to take your hits, but you're going to grow together. And on like shit. And sometimes that's what it takes. Like,
look at what Vegas did in 2017, 2018, 2019. Started with KP, they stunk. Got Asia, stunk a little bit better. Got Jackie, brought in Liz, and within the following year, they were in the WNBA finals. Mm-hmm. You can win young because young means that the majority of your best players are on affordable contracts. So in my opinion, Sluty baby, you're target without the DEI. Baby, you are not the draw anymore.
Man, what the hell?
You are
say that.
You're no longer the draw. Like you are without Donna's recipe, you are without Goodfellow, you without the little section where they do the black artists on the calendar. Baby, you are not it. You are not the T. You are target without that little section on the right that when you go in and it's the $5 Dollar Tree section, you're target before that. Okay. So I need you to understand that if you're coming to Chicago, you're coming to be the veteran piece that stabilizes, but we're not spinning or doing the whining and dining. You show up, do the job, act like grandma, and get the fuck on. But if you cannot do that, we don't need you because honestly and realistically, they can spend money on a better player and then do what they need to do around her. But if my 2 best players, Angel, Camilla, are on rookie scale contracts, Michaela isn't going to entice or be a 200K plus player, you most certainly aren't going to be that girl, okay? So you can either join us nicely or you can ride off into the sunset.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't think even if you get her and you get them names rumored, y'all still not a championship team to me. And that's no shade. It's just that you like Camilla and Angel are like, this is year 2 for them. You got to go through Asia or Stewie to get to that mountaintop, and neither one of them coming up off them spots. So, I'm so sorry.
And now Fee.
And Fee.
So,
MBG.
If she show up.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. So
I keep that pick if I'm Chicago. I'm keeping it.
I would too.
Brendan, please. I don't want her to retire, but I'm just saying, like, some of these people got audacity. Like, if the Candace Parker went to Vegas on a Dollar General deal, baby, who are you?
But that Dollar General deal guarantee her a contract. She got Asia to carry her.
I mean, but shit. But my point is if you going
Chicago, it's not.
Well, then go home then.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
going. But I'm just saying.
Gonna bring you just.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. But I'm just saying, Candace was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a championship. I got this young girlie to carry me."
Well, she better let Camilla put. Well, at least if somebody push her, Camilla gonna knock their ass out.
Knock them on the floor.
She will get that.
And we know Studio choke. We know Studio choke people too. I don't know. Maybe she just choked her for Allie.
But I will.
You might be able to get Allie to come out of retirement though, low key.
Yeah, damn, trading the pick. Bring your wife. Shit.
Okay.
Bring your wife, and we can keep our pick.
Now we got a shooter. We got a veteran point guard, and now we can get a little youngin to learn from you.
I will
Truly,
say,
all Allie needs is 10 minutes off the bench. Come in, get your 8 points, curl around them screens, get it, maybe get a little foul here and there, and then go sit down and ice your knees.
yeah, I do like the idea because earlier today I was floating before I knew that Ty was included in the Connecticut deal, tied to Chicago because she's like young but not infant in the league. And I think this year was probably her best year because it was the first time she got an opportunity to like take the reins. And she played underneath ATDB. And she, to me, has that veteran type presence without the veteran type time in the league. I thought she would be a good player in that system. And I think with the way that Tyler coaches, she would have definitely been able to develop. Because remember, her 3-point shot improved. Like all of her numbers went up. My point is that I really do think if Dana is like, if the cupboard is not pissed, like if there's still some salvaging there, I do think under Tyler's tutelage, she could be a really solid piece for them, even if not at the 1 spot. Because in my opinion, Dana is a really good scorer. I think the issue last year was you were trying to like do the PG thing without the chemistry or the time spent to make it work. Like to be a PG for Angel and Camilla means knowing how to get it to both of them. And if you haven't been given that opportunity and people are expecting success immediately, it puts a lot of pressure on her. So I think if she stays and they get an off season together, I do think that could be a really nice young core group. Because otherwise there's not a lot of PGs available that I think can work in that system right now.
ATL rather have BB than Tina Charles? Yes.
Hell yes.
Yes, definitely.
Like, yeah.
Now,
we're gonna go on to the next. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, so I'm sorry, Shay. Sorry, Yana. But Shatori Walker Kimbrough, it was announced that she signed a 1-year deal with the Atlanta Low Hookahs, also known as the Atlanta Dream. And Shatori has been in I guess in her, I want to say about 7 to 8 years, she spent time back and forth with Phoenix and the Mystics. She was always on one of those two teams. And so always a really good contributor defensively, offensively as well. And she's just a steady presence as a vet. And I do think that this now brings in a little bit more reliability off the bench in terms of offense and defense, and not as sporadic that maybe they've seen with AP in the past, and typically always available too. Availability is sometimes the best ability. And we know over the past few seasons, AP at that position has been hurt, stemming back from her Dallas days, really. AP has been hurt with Dallas, the Mystics, Washington, Minnesota, and Atlanta. So they get someone now who has consistently been there a little bit, but then has that experience. So how does Shatori fit with the Dream?
I think she's perfect. I think she fits anywhere. She's a
hello.
She fit anywhere.
I think it's really good. Let me tell you a story about the chat this week. We were in the chat this week, and a news broke that Shatori might be on the move from the Mystics. And somebody here was like, aces, aces, aces. Somebody here was mad she didn't want to stay with the Mystics. Somebody said, oh, the hookahs. Somebody, I'm not going to say no names, put a little gif with the hands in and push my hand out. Talk about the hookahs. And so now, when the hookahs called, she picked up. I said, Atlanta, DC, really the same thing. Really, same shit. Oh, no. But
yeah. That's good. I got season tickets for Atlanta, so I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the first times, and they've had
yeah.
The Leash and Ryan, and then even Ed and Jordan. I think they're all still young players, and very much the nucleus, I think, of the dream going forward. But I think for the first time in a long time, adding Shatori and adding BG, it gives them an extra push, I think, in terms of marketing and some names that, well, BG, maybe people might not know Shatori Walker-Kimbrough as much, but over the past year, we've seen how Leash's profile has exploded, starting with, obviously being an all-star and stuff for the past 2 years, but then this past all-star weekend, Ryan is Ryan. And then now what they're doing also at Unrivaled and having those eyes there, adding BG to that. This is a team that needs to be back in the heart of Atlanta at State Farm Arena. Like, the hoes are going to be out. And so all of the pieces, all of the really good pieces are there to market this team. And I think that this could be a fun team and for the city to be.
They just need to get a good parking deal, like, somewhere before I have to drive down there every game, because them prices for parking is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Take the train.
Yeah.
I could.
Yes.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Shay.
like her going there.
Congratulations to the Atlanta Dream. I don't fucking understand anything anymore. It's like we just giving everything to the fucking Dream. Like, what the fuck is it? Relationship? You just fucking give up the pick for Ryan. Shatori goes there. Then people are asking us, like, why don't we trade for Shakira? God damn it! Give us
We got Latoya too.
Fucking coach. We have nothing. Then we let fucking Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. We let her walk. We ain't get shit for her. Boy, EDD put her back together. She don't want to fucking play here no more. The Commanders fucking lost. The Ravens fucking lost. Fuck all this shit. Fucking Maryland with her. I can't do DC sports no more, y'all.
Oh, they did let Van Lou go too.
My Shayla.
My bitch out the low is fucking gone. And they trying to take fucking Ariel Atkins. So who we gonna have? It's gonna be Mike and fucking what you call it here.
Y'all ain't even got Hines Allen no more.
I can't do this shit no more, y'all. I'm tired, Mo. I can't, man. God damn.
Y'all about to bring Angel home. About to bring Angel McCautry home.
Angel
One
home.
of the
Oh my lord. No. I can't.
What is Shay gonna tell her mom is crazy?
I can't do this shit.
And Shatori brings championship experience to the Dream as well. She's played in some finals. And,
Okay.
And I think I've tweeted this so many times. I know the girlies don't like to be called six men or role players, but in my opinion, Shatori is the perfect role player.
Yeah. You gonna get real. She's a smart decision maker. She doesn't do too much. It always feels like she takes the right shot.
Gotta cute Whitney Houston. I have nothing.
Somebody clip it, bro.
I like the move.
Yeah, I think it elevates. I think it elevates.
Fucking Wizard stuff.
You gotta cut it short.
Cut it. Oh shit.
YouTube gonna cut the whole thing off. They're gonna be like,
Absolutely not.
You got lucky.
Okay.
When I tell you, I will say I do think this move, the BG and Shatori move, right now elevates them into top 4 position in the league, because I think all they've been missing is that presence in the paint.
yeah.
And that off the bench. Because Shatori is the type of player that if you need the defense off the bench, she's a lockdown perimeter defender. But if Ryan and Leash are, struggling, or maybe you need to get Leash some rest or Ryan some rest, Shatori knows how to play lead guard as well in the second unit, or play off of another player. And I think having all of them at Unrivaled, Jordan, Leash, Ryan, BG, just like to build some early chemistry, I think is an added bonus. Because even if they're not on the same team, they're in the same area. I'm sure they've already started group chatting. As I saw, BG's already been TikToking which is very new. So just like that youthful energy that Ryan has, I think it's going to be a breath of fresh air for BG, for somebody who's been in such a serious environment her entire career. I think that this is a top 4 type move.
I agree.
I definitely thought, well, first of all, y'all, like I told him, I was knocked out. I was in a deep sleep. I have not slept well all week, and I was knocked the fuck out. So I finally wake up and I check my phone, and I'm like, am I reading this right? Like, that's really big. I'm happy for the city of Atlanta, just having somebody with that name. People would definitely come out. The style that he normally plays is really fast, so I'm interested to see how BG works. I hope she comes fresh, renewed, and ready to hoop. Maybe just a fresh start. But I'm happy for him overall. And you remember, B, I was telling him too. Remember we had that conversation in the chat when we was like, where would BG possibly go? And you said the facilities. I'm like, maybe she just want to go to a city that she like.
I don't know. You was talking to God.
I guess so, because I swear to God, we just had this conversation.
We did.
I'm shocked that someone who has spent all their time in a space with dedicated facilities decided to just say.
But that's what I'm saying. She never said. We've never heard BG out of her mouth say, "Yeah, I need really nice facilities. That's what I need." I don't think I've ever heard BG say that. But she just had a child. Like, I want to go to a city that I like, that I want to be in. And boom, that's
around my people. I want to be around my people. I want to be around people that look like me.
Yeah,
and the crowd always love up on her. So
yes, you will see Low crashing out when BG has 3 rebounds a game. Absolutely.
She gonna go down there and she gonna have Gail Bean at the sideline. Might have 2 Chainz one day. Then she gonna leave the game and go to Waffle House. Might go to Magic City.
The girl. Let me tell you one thing about it. The ATL girlies are gonna be out.
They're gonna be out.
They're gonna be out. And
Tori
fly too.
Tori put that shit on.
Shatori fly too.
Oh yes,
Tori put that shit on.
The BBLs will be out.
And that's why I like more juice now. They have more juice in Atlanta for some reason that you couldn't quite capture with other people. And like I hope they're, me and Lo went in on them people's creative teams last year. I hope this year that they see the vision and what they have and really bring that to life, because the makings are there. The makings are really there. And I mean, I guess we can just
don't say that. We gonna hope and do the Lord have mercy. Don't say that.
It better.
That's crazy.
Stop.
That's crazy.
So I'm
Let it go.
People I think was thinking that, but yeah, we're gonna come back to Atlanta, but another trade. The Phoenix Mercury have traded Natasha Luther King, what you call a jump shot Shirley Chisholm, right, Shay?
I've never heard that.
Crossover Coretta. I'm weak.
Crossover Coretta, along with Rebecca Allen back to Connecticut, along with the number 12 pick for Alyssa Thomas and Tyesha Harris. Immediate first thoughts when you saw that news come through.
Boo, tomato. We talked about this on Spaces. Neither.
Nobody.
I think Connecticut hold themselves again. That's terrible. But I don't think Phoenix did themselves good, because they're in the same position they were in when BG was there. And if DT stays, they're an older team that hung on to their superstars for too long. They did not get better through drafting. They don't have a young core. They don't have a group of players that they can develop for the future of the franchise. They basically have lost the identity of the franchise if DT no longer stays. I mean, Sophie is technically there, but Sophie hasn't been there when they've won anything. This is like a changing of the guard, in my opinion. And I think we talked about this at the committee. I don't think AT is a championship player without championship players around her. I don't think Ka is a championship player without championship players around her. So I don't think anybody that's on that team right now strikes me
Now.
as like they about to get this shit done.
I guess my thought process would be, okay, I would assume, I'm gonna assume that DB is just gonna sign there as well.
Not my
Then
thought.
it's just Connecticut West. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's just, do you get in, because Connecticut couldn't really get over the hump, because to me you need another big with AT. To me, she can't be like the focus. I think it works sometimes and doesn't work others. So to me, you just built the same situation in a different place. It hasn't changed, especially now that at first it's like, oh, they're gonna have Cloud, they're gonna have this, they're gonna have that, and then within 6 hours, BG said no, actually not. They said actually no, Cloud is leaving. So you do get Ty decent with Ty, you get another decent point guard. So it just seems like
back.
Huh?
You don't have your floor spacer in back. You have to
get
So you got Sophie, who's Mabry. You got your slasher in Dejanay, which is
Carl.
Except
Carl's better though.
Carl's better, but that's probably like the only difference from the roster is just position.
But they don't have a 5. They don't have a Bree Jones. Like,
right.
Maybe they're probably going to start Natasha Mack.
And which is,
why would you make that?
Mac against Camilla. Mac against Asia.
Shit, anybody against Camilla.
Didn't Asia drop like 50 on them?
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
Like,
they're gonna have to figure out that 5 spot for sure.
And the thing is that AT looks better beside her JJs, her Bree Jones. Like, when she can't handle that 5 matchup, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you bring in somebody that's not good, like it elevated,
Yeah, I just don't get what's the how is AT in a better situation than she was in to do something different?
I don't see how you make that move if you're not sure that BG's staying. Like, I'm okay with the move if BG stays, because then it's like you got another, somebody that can bring up the ball up the floor. BG doesn't really have to rebound as much because AT is going to want to rebound and run. Like, it allows BG to be a little bit more specialized, but also they can't shoot no more. Like, so y'all can't even take 40 plus 3-pointers a game anymore. Like, their entire offensive system shifts a little bit. Who's the start? Like, whose team is it now?
Oh yeah, I have seen people say they draft Sedona or Satu, but
I'm just trying to figure out what the trades are going to look like for even to possibly get Satu, because they still don't have.
They don't got assets
to trade.
Give me Kyle.
Otherwise,
like I don't know what else. But the Suns, what the hell are they called? The Mercury are run like the Suns, the same owner. They are just throwing money at the problem. Who is the fancy big fish in the pond that I can go get and throw them on the team? You can't buy a ring. And that's what Phoenix keeps trying to do.
No, I'm not wishing. I saw a mock draft with Sedona on it to Phoenix. I didn't make that shit up. I wouldn't even thought about the girl.
But even getting Satu doesn't make sense.
Now that pick is gone anyway.
Oh, the pick is gone?
They sent it to Connecticut.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the number of the pick?
12.
Shut up.
Wait, pause. Connecticut didn't get a number 1 pick, the first round pick for next year?
They didn't.
I thought they got their number 12 pick for this coming year.
It was number 12 for this year. They didn't even get the first.
They didn't get the one next year?
No.
They don't have it.
Wait.
They would have grabbed it.
Wait. Latest trade out. Wait a minute. What?
Connecticut got fleeced, in my opinion.
Yeah. So Phoenix got AT and Ty. Connecticut got the number 12 pick in this year's draft, Rebecca Allen and Natasha Cloud.
Oh, fuck
They didn't get the 26 first rounder because Phoenix doesn't own that pick. I want to say maybe Chicago owns it, so they could have gotten the 2027 first round pick. But
they didn't get the 2027 one neither.
No, they didn't give up the 2027 one.
Yeah, they got.
And gave up Ty on top of all of that. Like,
yeah, what? Then why would they just throw Ty in the bag too?
All they would have got was
Ty in like some parsley.
Yeah.
But Ty was decent for them last season. I don't understand.
Ain't no way.
Unless they feel like they're about to bring in some free agents or something that they.
The only way Connecticut can save this is by getting Emma Meesonen. That is the only.
And I'm wondering if they. So you remember we talked about this because I think she's on the Valkyries or either LA. Maybe they have a plan to also trade for Julie. No, Alleman.
Alleman.
Yeah. She's at LA.
To reunite her with Emma and then the Belgian coach. So
okay, then the only name that is worth throwing out there because I feel like it's important is where the hell is Melissa going?
Indiana hasn't made no moves yet, and their name haven't really been in anything that I.
If they want to be some damn contenders, they better join the nuclear arms race.
Like I haven't heard
the only name that I've heard attached to them was Satu, but now it's like Satu's conversations involving.
Yes, didn't she say her only two are Phoenix and New York?
That's what she talked to. That's what Alexa said.
Yeah,
that don't even
I think she said that's her only two, but those are the two that she's been in communication with so far.
But Phoenix doesn't make sense because they all do the same shit.
It's because of Jimmy Butler.
Oh.
What
Satu go end up
wherever Jimmy
goes. Go to Golden State,
right.
Satu could very well end up there.
Golden State. Yeah.
How old is that man? Get on.
Jimmy is 35.
And she's not 25. They've been St. Luther said it was alluded to it.
When? What'd she say?
Cumulus said it was.
Child.
Cumulus, God bless.
You don't be paying attention, child.
Oh, types of clouds. Gotcha. So so it's gonna be really interesting. I wonder if Indiana, if they're waiting. So I know we talked about, you all said that girl has struggled for so long, and then now it's like, okay, you know, if I were to get some free agents, then I'll stick around for the rest of the success. If the Fever don't do anything, do we see Kelsey being like, I'm out of here?
No, I don't think she should.
I mean, she can't leave, can she?
Well, I'm gonna say she can't go where she's cord, right?
Cord.
Yeah.
So she has a request to be traded. Yes.
Yeah.
And because she hasn't, to my knowledge, requested to be traded, it feels like she's fine with where she is. Because I think we all kind of had an inkling of like, we all knew Satu wanted out. You know, we all knew AT was ready to go. We had a feeling that
Howard was
ready to
that
go.
lady posted that tweet the next day.
Right after the season, right?
Yes.
Later.
So,
but I think with Indiana, they lose some of their, like Timmy. I know Timmy was injured a lot, but Timmy was a very important piece.
They shouldn't have let her go
from a depth perspective. And I understand Demir's had a good year, but she's old as hell. And you can't bank on that with her injury history. And so if you only got Aaliyah and Melissa, what are you gonna do? Maybe they can get
I don't know why they let her go.
Maybe get Megan if Vegas don't keep her. Shit, I don't know.
I don't know.
I heard someone asked me earlier, what if Natasha goes there?
Howard?
Which one?
Natasha
Howard. Why would she do that?
Howard. That I just saw some people saying, what if Natasha Howard goes to Indiana?
The only way she goes is if Melissa doesn't leave. I mean, if Melissa leaves. But she, like, I don't see her as a player that wanted to go to a project. You know, like, she's won titles in Seattle, was in New York for a little bit, right? Am I tripping?
Mm-hmm. She got traded
in New York.
She went to New York. One with the Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes, because when she
Yeah,
was
she
when
was like
played.
5 straight finals. She
Yeah.
went to the finals with the Fever, the Lynx, and the Storm. She was
So but she's been around, and like I think it matters like later in your career. I ain't trying to do, like to what Lo said, I want to go somewhere new. I want to be a little bit more comfortable, but also I want to go around people that can win. I don't see Indiana as a situation that is without that type of stress. Like
Yeah.
there's just a lot of oohs and ahs and hoopla. Gabrielle put, I believe Howard is looking to win a championship. So Vegas or Minnesota, perfect selection. No notes, either one. I think either one is a good pick because I think she will play well off of Fee, but I also think she will play well off of Asia. It's just a matter of what you want and who's got the money for you.
Yeah.
You know who should be chasing her around? AT. That's the Robin you need to your back, or whoever want to be
No,
Batman.
I like that. I like
That's what
that.
you need to be pairing up with.
But then if they get her, is she
Well,
unrestricted?
Yeah, she's unrestricted.
Okay. Okay, now I like that. I like that.
She should be at the top.
They drafted her. Indiana drafted her.
I also go ahead, B.
Do we see Phoenix be in a landing spot for Natasha Howard?
No.
That's what Shay was just saying. AT should be chasing.
like,
I know. So when you mention that, like,
They can't
I don't.
afford her.
who?
I wouldn't want to go. I don't know why she would want to go.
Why you say it like that?
Why you saying?
Because
No.
I mean, her lady is one of the basketball wives people. Vegas is closer. Like for my, for our family vibe. Like I'm not trying
Who
to be
is
in
her
Phoenix.
wife?
That lady, she's on. She's funny. She's on Basketball Wives.
What's her name?
I don't know her name. She's not really a major factor, but she's funny sometimes. She's very much a role player.
Oh.
I'll send you a video of her. What's the Brittany Renner? Her and Brittany Renner was friends on the show for a little bit.
Girl, I don't watch that. I don't know. Brittany Renner, the one who's religious.
They met in Vegas too. So clock it.
That's Brittany Renner.
Boom. Cameras love it. Our love stories going back to when we first.
Hell, I'm asking a question.
Yes, that's the religious one now.
Okay, damn. Now I know y'all hate me.
Trying to let you finish the question.
Oh, wait. And also Howard's wife was on live some weeks ago, wanted to live in Vegas for her hair business. Well, bitch, let's make this shit happen. The fuck?
Let's make it shake then. Come to Vegas. She's at the top of my list of who I want.
Can I go talk about some Vegas? I mean, Phoenix is a role player city compared to Vegas, so her wife. JCL, Jackie.
That is right. She's not going back.
She's not going back to Basketball Wives. I know that's right. She's not going back.
But hey,
I wouldn't either.
Get the attention and dip. I know that's right. Okay, so we're gonna keep on in our free agency splash. We talked about it earlier, but now we can really jump on in. BG to the Atlanta Dream.
We ain't just talk about that.
He want to get into it.
We were talking about Shatori. Okay.
Who did she give? Who did I give up?
Nobody.
Oh no, BG was free agent.
BG was free.
BG was a free agent.
Her first time going through free agency. A move that's probably 2 years removed. Had that situation not happened, I think she would have bounced earlier. You saying really to me or really to Khadijah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think she would have bounced. Had that situation not happened, BG was on her way out of Phoenix. But I think when you have an organization that sticks by you in that capacity, how they did, I think she probably felt a sense of loyalty or let me like at least pay you back. Me, but
did she? They didn't stick by her enough for them to tell DT to not take that big ass contract, and then she came home to that no man's ass money. They didn't do too much for her.
Because also remember,
well though. Because they paid her.
No, they didn't.
But
No,
they
they didn't.
could
They
have,
didn't do
like,
that right.
if you're being real though, they could have suspended her contract when she.
And that's fine, and she would have left.
But
They
they
didn't.
didn't.
They didn't do her.
They went with
No, but
end up
the
going
fact
with
that
11,
they
right?
did though,
They
knowing that she'd be a
over her
free
black
agent.
ass shoulders and said, "We gonna stick beside you while you're in jail, so that when you come back, you will feel beholden to our white asses." No, they did not treat her right. If they treated her right, they would have told DT bad knee having
Ain't
ass.
nobody but tell DT to take a pay cut.
To take a that supermax for her to play 20 games a year. Just to pass
Another
that damn
reason why I
record.
also think that she was going to be going, because remember, there was a comment, and I'm paraphrasing. She basically was like, she was in Phoenix because of DB, and so after DB left, it was like, damn, well, shit. And she was
Well, then she shouldn't have stayed her ass for that white
Well,
woman.
I got a question. Who is Atlanta trading back?
They didn't.
We don't got to. She's a free agent.
Free agent.
Oh, okay.
We done said
You're
that.
good. You ain't gotta get rid of nobody.
Okay. Thank you.
Y'all barely got anybody to get for it.
You can make some shade.
They could package Nas and
No,
BG,
not Nas.
for BG, they would have sent Leash.
No.
Ryan and
Y'all, what if
was
they
it
pair
Ryan and
LA,
Maya Caldwell?
Don't play with me.
LA beside BG in the return road would eat?
Yeah,
I think the coach gonna do good with LA. I think the coach gonna do real good with LA.
And with space, I see it.
I like it. Think about Nas beside a BG. Nas is eating that role too.
I like
Vegas.
I do want BG
Atlanta.
Wait, hold on. Y'all are talking.
Like, I just want BG to be an aggressive rebounder. That's all. Okay. They are going to need that.
Get 10 per game. You are 635. Get 10 per game, please.
But
I'm gonna have to.
Atlanta
disagree.
is
I think Nas held her own good.
You got Clutch East and Clutch West.
But Nas was one.
Oh, you're right. We do got Jay ate that up. I ain't gonna Jay ate it up.
Jay got her clients in 2 locations, Vegas or Atlanta.
She said, I only
He just like me.
You're such a whore.
He just like me.
She said, from here and here. I'm flying to 2 places only.
She said my sky miles only go to the hub, baby.
She is just like me.
And so I love it. I love it because I mean that's Leash, Nas, Jordan, and LA, and then Jewell, Chelsea, Jackie, and Asia.
Oh, she's just like me.
Bad bitches united.
Another 803 girly.
Wait, what college kids Jay got?
Now her college kids everywhere.
Ashlyn,
Ayanna Patterson, Tessa, Ashlyn, Janiyah Barker,
Juju.
She got Juju, right?
Latson.
So Juju is the ace. I heard.
I know she had Tanaya. Oh,
Juju as the ace is fine by me.
put her in Vegas.
Juju got to be a.
You hear me? I hope Tanaya. Never mind.
What?
Join us in the 803.
Yeah. Talk to him.
We'll be Nike by then.
Lost Atlanta, period.
Yes. Now here's the next one, the big one that everybody was waiting for.
And I'm ready to clock it.
Yeah, because y'all got a lot of all that.
They pissed me off.
In the 3-team trade, and I know Yana's going to have some things to say about this, as well as all of you all, especially with the whole, why would you trade somebody? So why would you trade somebody there? And in the words of Yana, you only go there if you want to go there because they're core. You could not go somewhere if the core player does not want them to go. So, in a 3-team trade between the Los Angeles Sparks, the Las Vegas Aces, and the Seattle Storm, the Sparks will get Kelsey Plum. The Seattle Storm will get the number 2 draft pick and Lee Euro, and the Las Vegas Aces will get Jewell Lloyd. Now, remember when I said early in the year that the Aces were going to trade back up into the first round, and people say, oh, no, Kathy's not going to let that happen. I mean, technically it didn't happen because there's only 12 picks in the first round. However, they're 13 teams. They still can get a quality player with the number 13 pick. And not only that, the Aces also have in the second round,
they got 3 picks
13, 16, and 22. So they're getting some good picks. Those players who could really come in to maybe not start, obviously, but to learn from those players right in that range there. And as we've seen, the Aces got some room. So what did y'all think about this trade?
I thought it was good.
10 out of 10.
I
thought everybody got what they
wanted
and got to go.
And they got where they wanted too.
Exactly. Like,
so
I think if anybody left kind of like unsettled or left feeling unsettled, probably was Seattle, because I do know they tried to get Rakia, and they tried to probably get some other people. They may be the only ones feeling like, dang. But all in all, you got the second overall pick.
But with the Rakia thing, let's not forget, like, they was playing on her top in college. Rakia landed in LA because they was playing on her top. Like, that what she did in LA wasn't expected. Like, let's not forget the narratives around her coming out of college. Like, it was very unserious. Who Rakia became was a result of her being a badass. But I think the same thing could be the case for this draft. I just think, in my opinion, this isn't the draft class that last year was. And I think so many WNBA fans feel like every draft is the same. And so if I'm LA, to me, they don't necessarily want to win now, but they do want to set themselves up for the future with some old and new. And I don't think they necessarily needed the number 2 pick, especially more than likely that pick would be a guard for them. I don't think they needed it. I do think Kelsey being from that area, her relationship with De'Erica, kind of puts them in a really nice position to move forward with a solid core. Like, I think Kelsey's 32, 31-ish. Then you got all or maybe 30. She may be just a year older than me. Yeah. So then it puts everybody else, like Rakia's maybe 22, 23. Cam's a baby. Ray's young. De'Erica's right in that same age range as KP. Like, you've got a really solid mix. Plus, Ray's still there, which is a nice low post. Then when you look at Seattle, they're kind of in limbo, but they're in a good spot because they can pick somebody that pairs well with what they have. Like old Miles with Skylar is really dope because it's basically just what they already have at Notre Dame. And I think that would be a really good thing. And then in Vegas, you get an addition. Like, KP's great. I will never knock what KP did for Vegas because Lord knows she won us some games and is the reason why we have 2 titles. But Jewell is a dog in her own right and doesn't have to be the star. So, like, when you come to this franchise, you just get to be yourself. She's a longer defender. She's a veteran. She knows how to win. She knows how to play with somebody like Asia. She knows how to play with somebody like Chelsea. She's kind of just gets to come back in and just be a jigsaw puzzle piece.
I'm sorry. Where do these white people and these people on Twitter?
It's not just white people.
Get off acting like that. What's his name? Dr. Somebody that do them tears. Funny guy.
Dano.
I don't know what
Dano Mateo.
That. But to tweet Vegas got significantly worse on
it was nasty.
That was wild.
That's asinine. Like, normally some of the
I like him most of the time, yeah.
But that's asinine. Like, it's no way. And I don't have I love KP. Like you said, I think she's in a lot for Vegas, but let's keep it a bean. Significantly worse is insane.
It's insane.
What is better about KP than Jewell, right? Like, I want everybody to be honest. And
put it in the comments if you feel that way. Let us see, because I would like.
Yeah, like, what would make you look me in my eye and say that Jewell is significantly worse and KP is significantly better than Jewell?
I'm assuming.
No shade, and this is, like I said, this hoop talk. This is no shade to KP, because
when the trade happened, I saw it as like an even.
Yeah,
like the only difference to me was just mannerisms. Like, Jewell is a little bit more chill, and KP's KP's a chihuahua.
And even somebody said efficiency, but not really. Both of them streaky as a bitch. Sorry.
Yeah, KP's efficiency has gotten better over time, but I also think that she's very streaky too. She has her games. Like, let's be real. Come on, y'all. When the season was going on, KP had her games where she had 30, and we all remember that Chicago game where, well, shit, I remember
Kennedy Holder.
KP damn near missed every single fucking shot possible. They kept shooting every single fucking shot possible. So like,
Yeah,
they're both very streaky shooters.
That's
both
insane.
limited on defense. Sometimes they're cone. Sometimes they move their
KP
feet.
does have the better post game interviews. 10 out of 10.
Yes,
I'll give you that.
he does.
I do think a lot of times people's basketball opinions are influenced by their betting.
Yeah.
Because I think that is kind of what happened with Ra. Like, I've seen a lot of people be like, Ra's not a generational player. Ra's not good because they betting on her. And the same with Jewell. But if we're going to use that argument on Jewell, why can't we use the argument for Stewie?
Okay.
Or Sabrina.
Okay.
Or Sabrina.
1 for 19.
Because if Jewell's not that girl in that sense, even though her entire body of work says that's incorrect,
She still averaged 19 points.
Wouldn't that also apply to Stewie?
Well, wake it up.
Yeah, y'all are weird. And then, never mind.
Oh, bro.
How? Yeah, I'm about that.
Dragon Sister, it's our show. Who gonna beat our ass?
And then to see Chicago fans, and once again, this is no shade to the girlies.
Get into it already.
Because I like these players, so I don't want it to come off as I'm shading nobody because I'm really not. But we just talking about how are we don't want Jewell, but hopping up and down for DJNA?
Oops.
Pause. How you don't want Jewell? How you don't want Jewell, but you hyping up Lisa developing your best player, your generational player?
Well, I don't know what that is. That's different, but
no.
I like DJNA, but
yeah, me too.
The comments I've been seeing about DJNA going to the sky have been related to one thing: face cards. They want baddies on that team. They want to be able to look.
And like I said, I do think DJNA has gotten better. She definitely has a role. Period. Right? We're not gonna say sure, but we like.
I just don't think you have room to talk about somebody not being good enough to be on your team if the best players on your team still need
I'm sorry,
coaches.
Y'all.
That's what I'm
Chicago
saying.
fan said that's not Chicago. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But I've seen it on Twitter. I'm sorry.
I have seen it.
It's not, and it's pervasive.
Sorry,
let's be honest, it's pervasive.
Yeah.
And I feel like, can Jewell's efficiency be better?
Yes.
I think there's a lot, like, if we're being honest, there's a lot of players that'll probably say their efficiency can be better. Stewie's efficiency.
But what guards in the league are efficient?
Bingo. Which ones are?
What guards in the WNBA are efficient?
I'll wait.
Because most league guards in the W
aren't.
Arike, Jewell, KP, Caitlin, Sabrina. Like, I think Jackie was probably the most efficient guard. Like, I don't have numbers in front of me, but I think full body of work, probably Jackie. But she's on a system with other really good guards. So, like, even Kennedy wasn't efficient. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
SNT, no, it's honey. Some of the people was trashing that lady. I'm like, damn, we talking about the same Jewell? I'm like, shit, we talking about the same lady.
To Minnesota could be cute. I think I would like it. I just want her to stay off the floor. Yeah, they said some reporter trying to say Tip might be looking at Minnesota. I think that's cute for her.
What? Come off the bench?
Oh.
She can do that in Vegas.
Yana, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. It's okay. Let them people free themselves. That's space for another bitch. Okay? Because if Natasha want to come and Cheyenne want to come, I'll never say no.
When y'all see the tickets on sale in your Access app, or the Aces send out the notification for the one, the only Don Diva, Mama Jewell live in concert, you better go and get your tickets. Because they're going to sell out Michelob Arena, and Mama Jewell will draw so many fans that they will move the games to T-Mobile.
No, she done been to her Sunbeam meeting, and we've already discussed she cannot sing shit. That she is not. Crazy. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I'm not playing with her. No, her job is to sit in them stands where her Jimmy choose and be quiet. I don't want no tweets. I don't want nothing. Mama Eva's got the mother's on lock. I don't want to hear shit. It's Vegas. They got performers already. You do that in Seattle, not here. Absolutely not.
You perform right after Red Panda.
Absolutely not.
I'm just happy Jewell and Kelsey, they figured it out. And KP, and they got to go where they wanted. That's dope.
Yeah, that's more important to me than anything. They're both in places they want to be, and they can. And just like also people trying to create these narratives of there being like drama in the Aces locker room between KP and her former teammates now. Like,
weird.
Like, y'all, with the fan fiction, please stop. It's hoops. It's a business. She's done what she needed to do in Vegas. We don't know what's going on with her personal life. But just because a player moves on from a prior team, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's drama. Sometimes people just want a fresh start. KP been there since they've been in San Antonio. KP's been with that group or this team for a long time. And she's going closer to home now. And that's fine. Like, it doesn't have to be more than that all the time.
We moved, none of that came out.
Exactly.
Nobody ever talked about the drama Seattle locker room.
When Stewie moved, it was like Stewie wants to bring one to New York, and that was it. That's it.
Everybody was excited for New York.
How is Vegas a super team if Jewell sucks?
Because I've seen complaining.
They don't know.
She sucks. Don't nobody want her. She not this. Oh, super team. That's not fair.
She's ring chasing.
It can't be both. And nobody said nothing wrong ring chasing when Satu said something about going to New York. So why is all of a sudden Jewell ring chasing?
Somebody who don't have a ring. Who needs to choose one? Jewell
got two.
And 2 Olympic gold medals. Clock that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether y'all like it.
I will say.
Also,
go ahead.
This is a separate ordeal. But when y'all fix y'all lips to talk about Asia, Asia has won this award 3 times for the best of the best of the best. So when y'all talk about who the best is, Asia will
clock it.
And the best player in USA basketball again.
Best of the best.
Again.
Period, boo.
Well,
thank you.
Well, unless anything else happens tonight, that's all for WNBA.
Somebody asked about Cheyenne and Natasha Howard. Actually, can I say this? Because Cheyenne wasn't really on the top of my list when it came to Vegas, but she's not a scrub. And I need y'all to like rein it in a bit because I feel like a lot of Vegas fans, I'm speaking to Vegas fans specifically.
New Vegas fans.
Dramatic over the idea of Cheyenne ending up in Vegas. Like last year to me was a bad year for her. It was, but I also think that she struggled to find a way to play with Tina, and I attribute a lot of that to their head coach. Their head coach could not figure it out. If you look at the previous years before, the 4 years before when Cheyenne really started getting in a groove, she's been a great rebounder. She loves the bang in the paint. She used to go head-to-head with Liz all the time. She can score. She can shoot the 3. She can shoot the mid-range. She looks at the basket, which is an upgrade already from what Vegas has. So this idea that she's a scrub and the way y'all are cutting up on a timeline about the possibility of her being in Vegas is wild to me. It literally makes no sense.
She was also the reason why Chicago led into their championship season. Like, people forget that way back in 2019, Cheyenne was the integral big on that team to kind of get them in the position to be the team that would ultimately land Candace and win the title. Like, Cheyenne knows how to play with other bigs.
Also,
she was just an all-star in 2023. She's not a scrub. But when you play with Asia,
like y'all got to first of all, in Atlanta, she wasn't great this past season, but the season before that, she was really solid. She was an all-star, especially that second half of the season. Also in Atlanta, y'all clown Atlanta all the time. Like, it's Atlanta. Like, who was she playing beside that she didn't? Another big. You know what I mean? Cheyenne's not super, super tall. She's not super, super, super quick. So when you got that and you're not really playing beside another big, what's really the expectation? You know what I mean? So I think being in a different role outside of having to shoulder all of that and being able to play and just be free, she's fine. Y'all don't.
She's also not afraid to score, which Vegas hasn't had for 2 years.
Yeah.
So having somebody that will turn and look at the basket when Asia draws a double is going to free up. And ultimately, if Tiff does decide to leave, there's space for Natasha and Cheyenne, and we can use both of them.
Can shoot.
Yeah, and I think her ability to shoot will be helped by being in Vegas. Like, everybody on the floor can space it. Like, so she won't, like, if Asia wants to be out and play on the perimeter and let Cheyenne bang or vice versa. Like, I just think it's really dope.
Y'all gotta look at people for who they are. Everybody ain't coming to score 80 points. Nah, damn.
Yeah,
and then when they bring in EDD,
somebody gotta.
Oh.
I didn't hear you. What?
And when they bring in EDD too for her 15 minutes a night?
No. It won't.
Kathy gonna fold the aces if they do that.
Fuck Kathy. I'm hopping on EDD back and I'm gonna tackle that. You ain't leaving.
Well,
I'm excited.
That's all for free agency right now. There's another conversation before we wrap up the WNBA portion of this. We're going to talk about Unrivaled in just a little bit, because right now there are a lot of players who are there but not there. Once again, availability is the best ability, and we've seen them have some injuries, and then we see some walking the streets of Paris. So, and getting a little bit too close to the MVP. So,
but they knew
we do that.
They knew she was going to be there before they signed her with the highest contract ever in Unrivaled history. They knew.
Just for publicity. So. That is true. But a conversation that's been happening over the past, it's been happening for a couple of months. And I posed a question to the group. I always wondered if this were, and before Lo cussed me out, when I threw another name into these into this conversation for possible number one picks, I want to know y'all's thoughts. If any year with any other player possibly being the number one draft pick, would there be such a fuss with that number one draft pick?
No.
And y'all, who cares? That's how draft works. Shit.
If you're a number one pick,
what happened?
If you're number one,
Yana summed it up.
Oh yeah, if you're the number one pick, you ultimately are probably a generational player. You're going to go to the worst team. That's just how it goes in every single sport. That's how it goes. And if you are that generational bad bitch that everybody say you are, you gonna change the program for the better. That's your job. Like this whole she don't want to go here, or we heard, and I've seen other people say that hasn't directly come from Paige's mouth, but this whole she don't want to go there, we need to put her where she wants to go. The fuck?
Yeah, where do y'all think? Who do y'all?
Isn't that affirmative action?
DI
to me.
Yeah, like what? Why are y'all doing this?
Like last time I checked, other bad bitches want to join the baddest bitch. So if I'm the number one pick, it don't matter where I go. The motion come with me.
I'm saying.
Also, one, if she can make something shake in Connecticut, she can make it shake in Dallas.
Two, I agree with your point.
Correct. But this one has been
referred to as generational.
Yes. So,
but also, they want her to come into a suey situation. She doesn't have to come into it because they'll make it a situation just like they did with Sabrina. They built that shit around Sabrina like a god. Like I ain't never seen no shit like that. They said, okay, we're gonna do boop, 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 boop. Okay, we're gonna go boop, boop, boop. And now she's like, oh, champion. They built that. If that's what they'll do.
And the gag is that Legacy will remember Sabrina as being the girl that got the team the championship because she was drafted there, when in reality, her ass went 1 for 19 in the championship game. And if not for some black women, her ass would still not have a title. But that doesn't matter when you're a white girl. Women. And that would not matter. That doesn't matter when you're a white girl who they're trying to build a legacy around.
Yeah.
So with Paige, wherever she goes, whenever she finds a little bit of success, it will be because she's a great player. Period.
Yeah,
no matter how she plays.
Again, like Yana said, we ain't heard this stuff come out of her mouth, but the people who are speaking on her behalf, y'all are doing her a disservice.
Yeah, y'all.
Because that kid can go and she's gonna be fine wherever she goes. So
right, y'all
be like, honestly, out of the top 3 teams that have been bouncing around with the pick or possibly getting the pick, Dallas probably is set up the best for her
to help her succeed.
Like with Enrique right there, that I think that duo can work personally. That's just me. But
that's going to be an electric duo.
And
both big personalities.
Y'all be infantilizing them UConn girls for one.
But also, I think it's interesting though, because ultimately we're gonna get to a point where we see like what's real with Paige. Like, do I think she's been a good collegiate player? Yes. But I don't think she's had the type of UConn career that other UConn legends have had, in the sense that she hasn't had a UConn moment. Like Stewie's career full of UConn moments, Maya UConn moments. Hell, Tina Charles,
Gabby Fee, and
like all these UConn players, we can all point to different moments in their career. We're like, that's a UConn legend. Outside of her rookie year, which didn't end in a title, what can we say Paige has done collegiately to warrant all of this selective, put her in this specific place? Because if she's so much better than Juju and Hannah and Tanaya and all these girls, well, when it's time for them to get drafted, y'all not going to be like, well, put her in Vegas because that's the only place she can thrive.
Right.
But you had an interesting take, Dolores, of why you think hers is OD.
For Paige?
Mm-hmm.
She's not like that.
No, it wasn't that.
What? I said like stuff.
It was so that they want to make this between her and Cece an equal player.
Yeah. I mean, in order, like, and as it started last year, Paige's like push towards her blackness, if that's there.
Her blackness?
I'm sorry.
Well, y'all know everybody invited her to the cookout. Paige is pushed in that direction, into that more like liberal, like I got a black stepmom, was almost in response to the uber conservative acceptance of Cece, right? And so now you've got 2 white women who are stars in their own right for being white women and talented white women. In order for Paige's legacy to live on, she's got to have all the pieces needed to be the opposite white woman to Caitlyn. Because in reality, with the way this push for whiteness is coming, they don't want a black woman there. They don't. So they need to find the white woman battle. Because the Caitlyn and Angel battle is hell. And most of them don't believe it's a battle, right? So with Paige, they're going to try to make it something. And so you got to give Paige all the bells and whistles. Just like, go into UConn. What was the pitch at UConn? Go play with the best of the best so you don't have to compete against the best of the best. Go practice against them so that you don't got to you ain't got to be a dog one-on-one. We know that that's shifting now. Well, in the pros, they're going to have to do the same thing. If they could, they would.
First white.
Go ahead.
The first white star in Dallas? Because Dallas is still, Texas is still Texas. I think Paige might be the first white star that Texas has had. I mean,
but shit, knowing the league press might end up in Minnesota.
Who?
They might find a way.
Like,
I think Dallas is good for her, but
I don't see a scenario where Paige gets her rocks off on Caitlyn without having the baddest bitches around. Do I think Dallas is solid? Yes. But I don't.
Dallas is a place where she needs to be to really show that you can drag that franchise, who was just right there a couple seasons ago. Last year they would have been a playoff contender, but they were injured.
She's not
And
going to be
the facilities are coming. They about to move to
she's
downtown
not going to be
Dallas.
that.
So
The records will show that when she gets there, Enrique will become what's them people when they morph one of them Yu-Gi-Oh people like she gonna go into her next
Super Saiyan.
There we go. She gonna be a Super Saiyan. Like I think Paige going there will help Enrique more than will help Paige because in my opinion, Paige is not a 1A.
I do agree.
Okay.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with
So
that.
But I think that's what she need, though. I honestly think, and I think she.
Well, if that's what she needs, I just don't want them, and they gonna be pissed.
But I personally think she prefers it that way. Like she literally be saying, like for a while now, she's been saying, you know, I like to get my teammates involved. I want to get my teammates involved. And Gino and them be like, I need you to do more. And she'd be like, it'd be so hard because I want to get my teammates involved. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she's literally, she wants to be the point guard that gets everybody involved. But the teams that UConn has had around her hasn't allowed her to be that point guard that get everybody involved. She hasn't been able to do really what
but that goes against her outside perception. Like if who she is to defer, pass it, get my team involved. And the teams have been there. They just haven't coached them for that to be the case. Because she ain't playing with no scrubs. Like
no scrubs, sure.
She littered with 5 stars, top transfers. Okay. But if the narrative publicly is that she's the white hope or the white goat, whatever, and she's saying, well, no, I want to pass it, them two are clashing.
She can't control the narrative, child.
So now that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? What she said.
1A in the court, but they're going to treat Paige like she's 1A in the media. Mm-hmm. The marketing is going to follow Paige, and even though Enrique is going to be the star on the court.
Is crazy.
She's playing with a lot of injured girlies. She is one of the injured girlies.
Right. She has been one of the injured girlies.
Hey,
so that's going to wrap up the free agency and draft. We're going to go into the NCAA. We might touch on Unrivaled, but Unrivaled has been unrivaled.
Unraveled.
This week we had some really good games in college, and I guess we're going to talk about. We're going to start off with the gauntlet that South Carolina, and this is no bias or anything at all. Just start off with the.
It's bias for me, honey, because the girls did that. I don't care.
They ate down.
They did what they needed to do.
They ate the fuck.
Started with Alabama. It went from Alabama.
Wait, I thought it didn't start with Alabama. It started with Texas.
Oh, it started with Texas, then to Alabama, then Oklahoma, then LSU, and then Tennessee. And they beat them all.
They held every team like 20 points below their scoring average.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't spell LSU without L, bitch.
And so a really good week from them. Obviously, last night wasn't their best showing, but they had tired legs and bodies. And so now they get a week off before they resume at home against Auburn on February 2nd, which is the day that the GOAT Asia Wilson's jersey will be retired and hanging in the rafters of Colonial Life Arena in Columbia, South Carolina. But it's really an exciting time for them because they need the rest. And I guess what was your favorite game during that 5-game stretch?
Ooh, that's tough.
I think all of them. And I'm just gonna and it's just because they surprise me every time. And I think it's because they can win in so many different ways. They play Texas, they come out and it's just really gritty, really tough. Breezy does her thing. They come out. Alabama, it wasn't great, but then Joyce turns up. Oklahoma, they just score out of this guy. We just gonna say, okay, we'll outscore you. Defense was good, then it wasn't great at the end. But shit, by this point, we already got him 100 points. Shoot that bitch. We don't care. We hitting the day. Fuck it. Like we shooting the day. Then you get to an LSU game, very gritty. Shots were not falling. They got a lot of easy shots that was not going in the basket. Still found a way to be gritty. to win. And then Tennessee, them kids was tired. And they had it at, when they were controlling the pace, they had it up to 20. And I was shocked, 20, 22 points, and I was very shocked. But then we had somebody take some real bad shots, and that let Tennessee get out in transition, and then we was already tired, and then it was real gas and just was struggling to get it back. So I think the most impressive part is that they just win in so many different ways. And I have to shout out Sanaya. Y'all, I've been praying for Sanaya for 4 years. For 4 years, and she finally put it together. I'm really all of them.
I liked all of the
Hard to
games.
pick one.
I like Oklahoma. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma.
was fun.
I think
they built the ass.
I think for me, like there was a time as a Carolina fan where even in big matchups, you knew it would only be like 10 point, 15 point at most.
Mm-hmm.
But like when we talk about finding a way to win, like beating a bitch ass, like it's nothing like beating a bitch ass and beating that shit down to the motherfucking ground. They came in that hole and punched them straight in the throat and kept punching them in the throat and never stopped. And like, if I'm not mistaken, that was the game where Lay kind of got out of her like
little
slump thing. It felt like a game. It was that a game?
Well, offensively or defensively, because defensively, Lay was playing.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about offensively.
Okay.
I think that was the game where Powell did the, kick it out to her. Am I mixing up games?
Yeah, that's not that game.
Okay, that was nonetheless, it felt like everybody on the team got an opportunity to like beat. Like Sanaya had her, I'm ready to go to the draft game in that game. Lay got her highlight package in. Raven, to me, proved over this stretch that I don't give a fuck what y'all say, what y'all do. I'm a bad bitch. And like, it was just as a collective, but I like the games where I don't have to stress at all because this was 5 stressful last games. I cannot lie. Oklahoma was the least stressful. And for that, I say thank you.
I think my favorite might have been LSU.
I was in the number. That was the best game I've ever been to as a fan, like live in person.
I say LSU in Texas, but LSU really just because they want to beat you so bad and they don't, and that's always good. That's just a good feeling. And they just push through. But you can still tell they were having fun. I think that's another thing I like about this team. And
I still don't think they've played their best ball yet.
No, I don't either.
I don't think so either. Not their most complete game.
Yeah, no.
I think my favorite was probably, I don't know if I have favorite games, but I feel like I've had favorite moments. Like, and my moments have all really just been them responding when teams kind of like with the LSU game. LSU came out like hot, right?
Balls to the wall.
Everything, and they, were responding in their own way. And then after that time, like in between that time from the first to the second quarter, they locked the fuck in.
Well, shit, to end the first quarter. Like the end of that first quarter run.
Yeah, like seeing them just go from like, all right, you're scoring too much. It's time for us to lock the fuck down. That was nice, but we gon' like being able to do that. Because you could say, like, I've seen teams be like, we're going to defend. But you can say that, but to actually see teams really turn it on where they're just like, nah, enough of this. You're not scoring.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Like, all right, that second half with Breezy blocked, what you call this shot, and was talking shit all the way
down. All the way down.
Like 11 blocks is crazy. Like, and I'm not even just talking like most of the blocks at the rim. It was perimeter blocks. Like
it was Tessa's for me.
That Tessa transition one.
She looked.
The way she flew out of bounds with that block, I was like, bro.
You know what's so interesting? When I was watching that LSU game, I kept watching that sequence when she blocked it and went back, and I'm looking. I'm like, these girls is running a simple ass 5 out. They were literally passing down and cut and pass up shallow cut. Like, that's all they were doing. I watched it. I'm like, this is 5 out. Like, that's it. That's what we go. But it worked. It worked. I watched Tessa just like she was gonna cut out and just hit that bitch right to the
baby. But if you notice in that same possession after she got the block, she wanted the ball early. She was clapping for it, and Raven said,
"No, ma'am."
And that bitch to Sanaya, she went right that corner. Yeah,
And it's funny, like we talk about that Lay and Flage matchup, and I think both of them get up for that matchup. But Tessa had Flage in a little bit of hell. LSU fans, we talk basketball, don't do too much. Tessa had Flage in a little bit of hell. She kind of did.
And since we just talking basketball, I'll throw a carrot LSU way. Flage had Pow in hell. Like,
well, bad.
Pow was in hell that entire game. Like,
what you know what I like about Pow? Papa said, "Shit, I don't care. Get them tests. Go get them 3
Oh yeah, Papa was on the bench. They cleared up. It might not be my night, but I'll be cheering on the sideline. Let's go.
I love Pow energy. She don't give a damn. If it's me, if it's you, if it's who, I don't care.
It's all of us.
I'm gonna be in a party.
She's gonna do her same little skip and hop and smile and cheer and scream.
Yeah.
And I love that for them. So now,
Tessa being one of the better.
While we're on South Carolina, I saw a lot of y'all cutting up, and one of them, I can't remember, was it Bakari who tweeted about Joyce being in the National Freshman of the Year conversation?
Maybe it was him. Yeah.
It is very do I think Sarah Strong is leading the charge for National Freshman of the Year? Absolutely, but to sit there and act like Joyce isn't in the conversation is wild. South Carolina just went on a stretch of 5 games versus ranked opponents, and she's been their leading scorer in the majority of them, if not all of them. She's been the person they've leaned on when everybody's struggling, especially when you watching the Tennessee game and everybody was struggling to score, and they just popped that hole into Joyce and said, go to work. LSU game, down the stretch. Threw it into Joyce. Go to work. And what she got fouled. Alabama game. Struggling to score. Go to Joyce. Go to work. Joyce is the reason South Carolina won those 5 games and some games previously before the stretch. So that's big. Like a freshman doing that, her stats might not be gaudy as all the other players that get to take about 20 shots a game and play 36 minutes a game. But Joyce's impact for the number 2 team in the country, it's felt.
Yeah, I think we got to stop watching like numbers, because I've seen some Vanderbilt fans upset too with her being co-player of the week, and they're like, well, 16 points per game versus 20 something, and it's like, sure, that's why they gave him co. Like, Michaela Blake's is fucking amazing. Like,
she's amazing.
She's amazing. But like Joyce.
But I think the point of awards can't just be the most.
Right. Because that's not how basketball
works. Like that, because then that puts everybody at a disadvantage who doesn't play the same. Like if we cannot watch a game and analyze the impact, because to me, if I play 25 minutes a game, and I put up 17, 18 points or 15, 16 points, 7 rebounds, that's just as impactful as somebody that played 40, 35 minutes a game and put up 22 points.
Right.
Like, so if we can't decipher those differences, then we shouldn't really be talking about hoops, because stats aren't the only answer. Like to our bets conversation that we had the other week, finally, bets is in the national conversation. It's like, so all it took was her to put up 33 against Maryland, who didn't have nobody to defend her anyways. Like, that's all it took?
Yeah, it sucks. It's just...
Like, that's disingenuous. Like, she's been hooping like that all year, but because it's Maryland, air quotes, without Bree McDaniels, then it's like, well, why haven't we been talking about her? Or even Tania Lassen. The little Talia lady was like, oh, she hit that buzzer beater. She's bona fide in the National Player of the Year conversation. Bitch, where have you been?
Yeah, like move, nose.
So, with that, congratulations to South Carolina for finishing.
And Raven for the Player of the Year. Okay.
Oh yes, my vote is definitely Ray, and I mentioned this.
Well, Lauren went first, Raven second.
No, for SEC, just SEC.
Oh, okay.
SEC, it got to be Raven. SEC.
I'm trying to think who else has even a defensive.
Michaela, the Pierre girl.
Camille Pierre.
Camille, yeah.
Where is she?
Vandy. She's
I
a
like
bean.
her. Oh, I like
She
her.
got that dog.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They would probably put either Key or Clara in it too, just for blocks.
Yeah. And it's
You know,
always be an
because
old person on there somewhere too.
Oh yeah. They piss me off though. They need to go off every list after losing to Texas. Damn it.
Really should have won. That pissed me off.
Yeah, that was bad.
I could.
So elsewhere in the college world, we're going to look at some amazing games that took place over the past week. As soon as I can get my fucking list back.
Oh my.
Somebody while he's doing that, somebody asked here, y'all, should Flaw go pro since she eligible? I say yes. I don't know what else is there for her at LSU.
I think she should do whatever her heart desires.
I don't have an opinion too much.
Okay. I guess if my issue
I do like
is
the whole
this.
going now.
Strike while the iron's
So
hot.
here's the reason why.
But the iron's not hot, y'all.
I think it is for her.
Do you think the iron's hot?
For her, and I think she should go because, or somebody's going to have to leave. Kim's bringing in 4 top 30 players next year. Now, granted, some of the people she brought in this year are like on.
They graduate, right?
I think it's their last years. Some of them graduating them, but I still think that with the players that she's bringing in, somebody's going to be fighting for time because last year Poa, Flaugier, and Michaela's still there. ADR's there. Jersey still has another year, so I think that somebody's going to leave. Because we also know that
she wanted 10 All-Americans. So
yeah, she could just rotate.
She doesn't coach that many personalities that well. Like she already got some that we don't even know the names of that's sitting on the bench now. And so if they were sitting to bring in these coveted recruits like that, your Grace Knoxes, your Bellas, etc. Like I think that's I do. I'm not saying that they should be
better though. They better than some of them people sitting on the bench. So,
but I mean, but Aaliyah Del Rosario was a top 10 player in her class, and
I don't, y'all.
That was because of height. Who are we kidding?
I'm just saying.
No, but when I watch clips, I mean,
I saw the vision. Yeah, I saw the potential.
People should go to programs that can really challenge them, and I think we've seen it. Like we've talked about with the transfer portal, etc. Like people oftentimes go to the programs because of name or other reasons, and they don't have good people in their corner to get them to the places that will really help develop them or play a style that's best for them. Like Jersey. I remember when Jersey committed to LSU, we said, and we've always said this,
Arkansas.
You're over a certain height, just putting your ass in the paint. Jersey wants to be this guard, this Kevin Durant hybrid type player, but that's not what Kim uses you for. If you over 6'3", 6'2", your ass is getting in the paint at LSU.
And then, but like
that's too damn bad.
And you can't defend nobody out there, realistically. Like
you
might can score, you might can shoot some threes,
yep.
But you can't realistically. You're not going to be able to defend out there. But maybe she wanted to challenge herself, like Miriam. Miriam played a little in the paint. Miriam did play in the paint.
Yeah.
My thing with the 4 going pro thing is that she does not have the emotional regulation to go to the W, in my opinion. Like she took herself out of that South Carolina game. Like
I don't agree. I don't think she took herself out of the game.
Emotionally, I think so. Like, did South Carolina start locking up? But in my opinion, so you tired in that game, you go to the W.
She's not gonna play that many minutes. She has to play so much.
But even inside of that, what skill set does she offer at the next level right now that says she's ready?
Oh no, I don't know. I definitely think it's because she's gonna be.
I think she's gonna be if she goes right now. If she were to decide to go right now, she'd be a role player off the bench, slasher type vibe.
Yeah, like a baby girl.
She isn't as consistent as I would like it to be, but she can get to the rim. So she could definitely be somebody that give you like maybe 5.
In my opinion, Ka had to make that jump. Like
Yeah, she's gonna have to make it.
She's gonna have to make it.
So here's my question. Well, actually, she might be able to do it at LSU now that Simone Augustus is there. Because I was gonna say, do you think she can make the jump at LSU, or should she just go and then work with a trainer outside of the W itself?
My concern isn't like, do I think she needs to get better on the court? Sure, I think she can be more efficient. I think her 3-ball could be a little bit more consistent. Everything in the mid range to the low post area, I think she's fine with. She got a good layup package. But if she doesn't get a call, easily flustered, she could be playing Louisiana Penitentiary and she got her head turned to the other bench, cussing. Like, there's always some extra, but then she struggles with handling another. Like, come on, y'all, let's be honest. The lay matchup eats her the fuck up. She like there's just a lot of like, I think I'm better than you.
No,
It's too much BDE.
I see what you mean.
And so
when she's
for
going
me,
to dog,
going to the W, Rakia is gonna put a hole in her chest. Like,
I don't think she's gonna be in a position to even play that much first.
Yeah.
well, so then in that case, I think stay and look and try to aim, because if she leaves right now, and people are saying top 4, top 5. I don't even know how you see that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think personally, if you stay, I do think Kim will put her in a position to go a little higher because she'll feature her as a senior.
Sure.
Like I think the stats will improve and all that. I get it. I feel you.
Who does she guard in the W? So she has the Rakias and
Everybody that's gonna wax her.
She probably guard the 2 spot.
Yes, that's the Kelsey Mitchells, the Jackies, the KPs, the Ron.
I will say this though. I do think her defense is good.
Yes,
I think it was better.
But her emotion
yeah. I think her
bad.
defense was better last year. Here's my thing with Flaw. In my honest opinion, I think now she's trying to score more. She's doing this. She's doing that. To me, Flaw is I'm gonna lock your ass up. I'll score when I need to type of girly. Like, she can score and she can be featured like she is at LSU. But to me, her style of play is more like, I'm gonna lock your ass up and I'm gonna score kind of when I need to. And I think if she fall into that, it'll be better.
So basically, she gonna need to fall into what Diamond needs to fall into in the W.
I agree. Yeah. And then maybe she'll maneuver and
can grow into the scoring.
But to me, her best asset right now is her defense. She was really good at defense. She really was. I still think she is, but I think now she's trying to do this and score and this and this and this, and it's just too much. I think it's just a lot. She need to help them girls on the bench need to play some more.
Yeah.
But the emotional the emotion shit I spot on.
Yeah. I think Fla's talented. Do I think she's the first rounder this year, next year? Sure. I just think sometimes
number one with Lauren Betts coming out.
People are crazy.
All out your mind. With Lauren Betts and Sanaya Latson, you out your
Lauren Betts in 2026 and 20. I mean, number 1 in 26 and 27 is already settled. Lauren Betts, Juju. Everything after that is
wrap it up.
Yeah.
To be honest, you got
Sanaya number 2 for me. So
Juju's class is going to be my favorite WNBA draft of my lifetime.
Yes.
I'm gonna be so locked in that jumping between, like, I feel like whatever team gets a player 1 through 8 can bank on getting a motherfucker ready to play instantly. Because just as excited as I'm gonna be about Juju, you can't tell me Hannah little hop skippy ass ain't gonna have me jumping for joy.
Drew, Hannah, Booker, Audie, like
Malaysia, Michaela. Tessa.
Whoever gets Tessa ass gonna be
y'all
a speaker in that class.
What y'all think about Texas? I'm a little underwhelmed.
Ooh.
I don't see the vision.
I think Madison Booker can score.
It's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think they rely on her too much.
If they was in a position to, like, at home and they beat us, I don't know if that would surprise me, but I'm a little underwhelmed with the whole. I didn't expect them to walk through the SEC like they thought. Like things were saying, but I'm underwhelmed.
I feel like they put too much pressure on Madison Booker to just go out and do without
That's what he did to Victoria Vivian.
Yeah. And it works when they play smaller teams. But when they play teams that can match their size, she struggles a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's still young.
I think, to me,
Felia got like an eye injury or something like that.
Yeah, she talked about it on
TikTok this summer. She'll be out for a little bit.
It's easy to scout for Vic because there's nothing new. Like, there's literally nothing new. Like, the same shit he did, like, Dawn basically said it. She was like, this will be a challenging game for us because it's the same team. Like, it's the same as what he did at Mississippi State with better players. Because on paper, he's got all of them are higher recruits, got good transfers in. All of his bench players were 5 stars. Like, so there's depth and talent, but the same system. And the thing is that Rory won't even look at the basket half the game. Like, at least back in his Mississippi State days, Itty Bitty could get hers when she needed to. Rory won't look at the basket. Shay Holly is his daughter reincarnated. Madison is Victoria Vivian's. The white girl and Oldacre are just 2 put together, Tierra McCowan. And then the other girl is the crash out. Like, it's just please. She got to go, bro. She got to play. I don't think
y'all do not make me a joke, please.
I don't think that system works, bro. I don't think it does for the players he's got. Like, let them girls go out there and get buckets. Like, you got them passing to Taylor Jones every fucking possession. I would vomit.
No man.
Not us, because at least
not now,
but back in the day, but them passes was to Asia Wilson and Elena motherfucking Coates. That's true. And that's some bad bitches shit.
Absolutely. I think they'll finish top 3 in the SEC, but
shit, they might not.
You don't think so?
They might not.
Because Miss really should have had their ass.
They should have
like bad. Like, the owner should be done by 10.
Didn't play that game.
That's
true. No, she did. She got hurt.
And then I'm surprised that Justice Carlton girl didn't play. I feel like she did well. I thought she could have played more.
You said GIF instead of GIF. Now I'm gonna do it. I could totally see them losing to LSU, Kentucky.
I can definitely see them losing to LSU. Yeah. Where that game at?
LSU.
Oh yeah, LSU. Because you ain't
that's going to take me into my events this week. We have some big games. Notre Dame at Tech, Oregon at Michigan State, Oklahoma at LSU, Bama versus Kentucky, Minnesota, which was recently ranked, at USC, North Carolina at Cal, Oklahoma State at West Virginia. So the battle of the hay barns or the hay bales. USC at Iowa on Sunday, on the day that Caitlin's jersey will be retired. Mississippi State at LSU.
Oh shit! Who scheduled that?
They play LSU on Austin. My bad, y'all.
Minnesota at UCLA.
What game was Shay laughing at? What happened?
I didn't know they scheduled us for Caitlin's fucking jersey retirement.
You didn't know that, Shay?
They gonna call Juju all types of names.
That's why the ticket's so expensive.
Oh my god!
Because they were picking on Asia. They were picking on Asia's game because they was like, the tickets are only $20, and it was like, well, y'all only schedule y'all game because Drew's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing about South Carolina's games, and the reason why people buy those tickets with the expectation to actually go to the games and not necessarily post those tickets for resale. So when you get people that are just trying to capitalize off of hype and all that good stuff, that's when you get the whole Iowa situation. Fams buy their tickets and they show
go
up
to the fucking game.
I'm seeing the tickets be sold out. The lower bowl be gone.
I can't even. Y'all, I sat behind the broadcast booth in section like 112 last year. They moved my ass up to the nosebleeds 5 rows below the motherfucking top of the ceiling, bitch. I don't sit up in that hole no more.
I take my ass to the student section. Fuck out of here. Them bitches sold out so motherfucking fast. Some old ass people got my damn seats.
My dad
Spot for Quentin and Naya ass. Still in the same spot. And my ass is all the way up in the motherfucking nosebleeds. I'm a bad bitch. I don't sit up there. And I ain't selling my ticket neither.
A couple more games. We got Minnesota also at UCLA and Kentucky and Oklahoma.
Minnesota's in hell.
You said
I like that.
Wait,
Kentucky versus Oklahoma.
Ooh,
that's not
Oklahoma.
I
like that.
Both of Kentucky games. They got. Somebody said. I think you said Kentucky and Alabama earlier.
Oh, they got
yes,
Bama.
that's gonna be good
they
too.
Have Bama and they have Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So everybody else is starting to go through their gauntlet. Like South Carolina's been through theirs. I think there's one other team that has had their tough stretch. Everybody else now they're starting to face those teams.
Who else?
You're right. So basically, South Carolina's been through theirs already.
Who made that schedule? Because that was.
I feel like South Carolina and Kentucky the only teams that actually got them get like the ranked opponents compacted.
Tennessee.
Yeah. Tennessee had like what 2 games? Texas.
No, I think they first 3.
Who was it? Third one.
LSU, Texas,
they
and
played
Oklahoma. Oklahoma was their first one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Tennessee, Kentucky, and South Carolina, they got their games compacted into this.
To Roy Jackson's question, I don't think Oklahoma can do anything with LSU.
I don't.
Just because of the fact that like Anissa is a crash out, like,
and they like to run, and they take.
They gonna like if Oklahoma's cooking from 3. It's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think when it comes down to the stretch of games, LSU will do what LSU does. And
is the game at LSU? Is it in Baton Rouge?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. What Kim can't do, the Spirits will, so.
Okay.
That's the best fourth quarter magic I ever seen.
She got that bitch.
Yes, she does.
What did Judy used to say on Bad Girls Club? I got the voodoo for you bitches.
Okay.
We've received some bad news over the past week or so. Bree McDaniel is out for the season with Maryland, and Aisha Coulibaly is also out for the season. I think I missed.
She was giving them the word.
Yoka is out for not for a
Ayoka's out for a little minute.
An extended amount of time.
Ayoka's out for the season.
She's out for the season?
Oh. Yes. They're not going to say it, but she's out for the season.
Okay. Because it was a foot, right?
It's the leg.
So,
shit,
leg. Is Cheyenne back?
She wasn't back in the last game. Because the UCLA game was their last game.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully all is well with Cheyenne. But as I mentioned, this is the week that
I can't say it because I agree.
Michael.
Oh no, that's not what I was gonna say.
Michael.
I do think they're better without Cheyenne.
That's what I was
in terms of flow, but she does too fucking much. Like, yes, God. Like, I understand you having more like responsibility offensively without Cheyenne. But she don't even take rhythm shots. Like, you pulling up in front of somebody 6'3", they gonna beat your shit. Like, I was not a fan of her shot selection in that game. And I thought had she taken like more disciplined shots, like y'all actually could have put pressure on them because they had they were around, and UCLA just hasn't.
That girl's a crash out, and she played like who said in the chat that she reminded him of Arella?
Me.
Yeah,
Also, I don't I'm not saying Amari should play 30 minutes a game.
Brenda needs to be brought to task for that.
There's something there where she shouldn't just be sitting on the bench all game, every game. Like, I do think Brenda's gonna have to pull something out of her so that because they're gonna need her height in the long run, but also she looked pretty comfortable shooting a mid-range shot. Some of them went in, some of them didn't, but I think the more play that she gets, the more comfortable she'll get.
I just remember seeing Dolores tweet when he saw her playing, was like, why does Brenda have her buried on the bench or something like that?
Because y'all lost to y'all lost to USC because Rhea Marshall got her motherfucking rise off at the end of the game. Had you put that big girl in the motherfucking game, you might have been able to rebound that goddamn ball.
Even if she just hacking Rhea, make Rhea shoot free throws.
Like you get 5 fouls a fucking game. Put her big ass in that hole and knock a bitch over.
That's one of the worst free throw shooters I've seen in a long time.
Like,
and Rhea shit be like banging off.
Watch your mouth.
Like, bang.
That's gonna be a slow motion too. She be like,
I don't understand.
Like goddamn, girl, at least speed up if you gonna shoot it like that. No, Rhea been hooping this year. I ain't going.
I don't think I've ever watched her shoot free throws because I don't remember.
I gotta go look. You know why Rhea ass hooping? Because she ain't got it. Last year, the Pac-12 had 10 of the best bigs in the motherfucking country.
Yep.
Motherfucking Vonleh, Beers, the Talia, not Talia, the other girl. Every big bitch in the United States was in the motherfucking Pac-12. Like, she's fitting up against these damn Midwestern girlies. Where the Midwest people in here that think basketball starting to originate in the Midwest? Them girls ain't like that in the Big Ten. Them some future farmers of America.
She be blocking shots and laughing. And I'm like, and if Rhea is out there giggling, like,
like y'all ain't giving her no challenge.
Yeah, like, man.
So we also have 2 jerseys retired, both on the same day. Both wear the number 22. So Asia Wilson's jersey will be retiring along with Caitlin Clark's jersey. South Carolina will face Auburn. If you know, you know. And then what do you call it? USC will come to town, come to the farm, and play Iowa. So that's going to be interesting. Both are Nike athletes, although one school is an Under Armour institution, but still interested to see, a little messy and compare the way they celebrate the 2 athletes. So
why?
Yeah, that's all.
The game is at 12 on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And so the thing, like I said, y'all sure the ceremony is before?
Yes, it's before. I asked Mama Eva.
Damn, I'm about to be at the CLA at 10 a.m.
Well, welcome.
I was thinking it was going to be an extended halftime, like KP.
No.
For those who will not be able to make it to church, just in your tithe and your offering. So the people
it is supposed to be before the game, per my knowledge.
Question: what's that restaurant that we went to that we did our little thing at? What's it called?
Hickory.
Hickory.
Dickory.
They got some good old croissant.
Yes, they do. He think about California.
I better go buy that little fast pass or fast break pass.
No, Hickory. They got the little mini croissants.
Oh, I ain't never had them from them.
I
ain't
had
never
some
had their
real
brunch.
good wings. I think it was hot and maybe teriyaki.
That damn strawberry lemon drop, 10 out of 10.
I gotta ask Quentin what the wings was.
That strawberry lemon drop was so fucking
I'll be
good.
there Saturday, by the way.
So CC is after the game. Oh, that makes sense because they're gonna probably do a whole lot. Okay.
Oh, brother.
Oh, I don't know.
Dang, so like when they lose.
I hope Juju go off for 30.
Yeah, I hope she's 40 in that
50, 55.
Damn.
Don't be awkward.
I don't want. Matter of fact, I don't want nobody on the UFC team to shoot until
pass it to Juju. ISO.
You remember how Michigan wrote them damn love letters together?
Yeah.
That's what the fuck I want. That's what the fuck I want.
I don't think South Carolina. I don't think UFC will be writing no love letters.
No, I don't think I was gonna write them, but I want the USC roster to treat that bitch like they wrote some letters and pass her the ball.
What they should do is whoop their ass and then give Caitlin a letter afterwards. Be like, congrats, fam. Sorry,
that would be nice.
And they should make Juju give it to him.
Yeah.
That record is man.
All right, no premeditated.
Rob don't play that.
Oh yeah, we don't.
It ain't that I don't play it. Somebody gonna come back and say that was so mean. Why y'all doing that? It triggered somebody.
So
the world's record. I'm screaming.
All right, girl. 100 points.
Everybody, make sure you have your alerts on. I think that there could be some more big trade news happening over the next few hours or days or so. We know that on February 1st, that's when deals are official and trades are official, and that's when the players can sign. And so, yeah, these are exciting times. The WNBA as we know it.
What is it called?
Can I get a recap?
Oh, brother. You should have put your nighttime special.
You're here for 2 hours. What do you mean recap?
No, that's bullshit. Because the last time somebody else came on late, y'all gave them a recap with no.
They were 2 hours late though.
It was a recap.
I'll give you a recap, Rob.
I don't even want it.
I'll give you a
I don't
recap.
care what y'all talking about. Shit, I'm gonna delete the video. Good night.
Your ass.
Now you acting like
You want your check before you leave, bitch.
My partial payment.
No, guys.
Oh god. There's
So guys,
on TV this Friday or something, right?
There's what?
Yes, the free agency will be airing
what's
this
that little video I be posting? We be like,
free agency special is airing this week. This weekend on Friday, probably between anytime between the 3 to 4.
I was told by AppleCare.
And so, once again, some big moves are going to be made. Probably this is the first time in a long time that we've had this amount of movement so far in free agency and actual stars being moving around. So this is exciting. And yeah, I think that's everything.
Shay has
Shay got her hand up.
I just want to say, like, do you know how crazy it is to be in Miami with all them niggas, all them people, and you trade it? Like, I would be so fucking sick, dog. Like, oh my god.
After I've been braiding around talking about free agents at y'all come to Phoenix. We got they coming all right.
They made a video.
I'm not gonna be there.
She made a video walking through the practice facility, talking to the chefs, talking to everybody in the motherfucking facility, and they sent her to the fucking casino.
Oh my gosh, bro.
They said you gonna gamble.
We got towels. We got all of your hair conditioner. You got all the body wash that you need. You can leave your stuff in the locker.
You know what? You know what?
Phoenix will have to come see me, bro. I'm going there, and I'm.
God never forget.
Never forget Dolores.
He never forgets his children. It may not come the next day or the next week or the next month, but it's coming. It's coming.
A bitch always gonna be vindicated.
I'm just excited that Ty finally gets the resources that she had similar to her college career. That's going to be amazing. She gets a locker room.
Man, you know what I really feel? Like, I feel bad for Cloud, but I also feel bad for Becca Allen too. Like,
why you feel bad for Cloud?
I like for Allen,
and that shit sick.
I do kind of sick though. Like to have everything wanted.
I'm an empath.
No, that's karma. That is karma. That's karma. Shit.
I can't help it. I'm a Cancer.
But I feel bad for
the shit they get. That's what her ass. That's what her nasty ass spirit too.
But I feel both ways.
That's Kelly Price.
That shit funny, and I feel bad. I can't pick.
I do feel Beck though, because I
asked to get away from this place. I specifically asked to get away from this place.
Well, that's too damn.
I asked back.
I'm tired of this shit,
And to put it into perspective, Phoenix is a really fun. Phoenix is a pretty decent city. There's a lot to do in Phoenix. It's hot as hell, but it's a lot. There ain't shit to do in Uncasville.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's a Dunkin' Donuts.
Connecticut coach? I missed that.
Oh shit, who is
Rashad Brazee
from Belgium.
Oh, national team coach.
That lady gotta go sit in the
Y'all
casino.
That's why I think Emma coming. I think Emma coming.
Y'all didn't feel bad for Dolores when their ass was on this bitch calling me messy and a liar for asking
No,
questions.
I'm
about
your
that damn
favorite
Trump
read.
reporter.
My favorite
About
read
that
to
damn
this
Trump
day
reporter.
is
And look who's the president. Look who's the motherfucking president. And she got up there and sat in here and said, we're building bridges. We're building bridges. We're building friendships. Just for that girl to put her damn foot on her goddamn back and her hand on her head and sit her ass back to motherfucking I don't feel bad for shit.
one of my favorite reads of all time is I know how the family reunions look. I don't think I'm ever that shit. I had that screenshotted and posted on my Finsta. That shit.
Oh my god.
And let me also go ahead and say this too, because I'm not on the Twitter to say this right now. But that same comment that slapped Natasha Cloud in the throat today, it's coming from some of y'all too. Okay, some of you Spaces hosts, some of you fan pages, some of you little children, honey, that shit coming, and I'm gonna be right there. He gonna put it right on the table for us to see. Keep it cute. Keep it cute.
Look,
and my caption is I want this tattooed, honestly.
Y'all,
what's messy and you performing for activism and rubbing shoulders with Trump is so used to that. I know how to feel.
The worst part about it is my bad drags be with good intentions. All I said was, what about your motherfucking teammate? And her ass came up on the O and lit the flame and said, I've been waiting on you. Well, bitch. What's that video?
Look, no, wait. You ought to show up to Connecticut and say, I'm here.
No, I'm about to take my ass to Miami.
Child.
I wish the rival
But
played
then not only that, you remember she got the Phoenix Mercury page involved with it too. They try to be messy.
If I was a mean bitch, or if I was a nasty bitch.
Who she did?
No, you won. You won. Let it go. You don't want. You got it. She gone. You got it.
Linked up with Mike and both of y'all asses.
Dunkin' Donuts and Johnny Rocket.
Linked up with Mike Tebow and both of y'all asses.
Go. Mike ass is now the head coach in Belgium.
Gone.
Shit.
Is he? He is.
Yeah, Mike took the job of the Belgian national team.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, shit.
Ooh,
I really do think Emma Meeseman coming back. I think she's
somebody posted a screenshot of her ass being like, they did my dog wrong.
And she liked it.
I saw her. She commented on BG post and said, I'm happy for you, period.
Keep it short, cut.
Well, maybe that's good. But I mean, I'm laughing because that shit is fun tea. But I mean, that is some fuck.
It is.
But no, I'm not saying that in an apologetic manner. I'm just saying, like, you ain't just fuck with Dolores, you fuck with some other bitches too, because they got your ass
up out of there.
Well, ask her why she got out of Washington, and then they'll tell you.
Well,
thank you all for tuning in tonight. We can't wait until next week to find out the rest of the free agency news. There's also, we're going to have a lot to celebrate next week, so we're really excited. Robert, come back to the chat. So as always, thank you all for listening. Thank us for speaking. Peace.
Bye.